morning. Happy Tuesday. I'm about to film a workout video for the Fit Club. I had 2 virtual clients this morning at 8 and 9, and now I don't have any clients for the rest of the day. I don't really know where everyone is this week. I guess we're taking it slow coming back from Thanksgiving. So I'm about to film a workout for the updated functional strength program, which is dropping, I think, like January 4th, January 5th, something like that. So just trying to get a little bit ahead. I am so sore from that workout yesterday. Holy hell. Rest of the day, I have to get this filming done. I did this like Black Friday gift for all of the Fit Club members who have been in the Fit Club already, because I always feel bad when I offer a sale and then like the members get nothing. So I'm going to get a chunk of those filmed today. And then the only other thing we have to do is edit yesterday's video and go to the gym. So it's going to be a nice little admin day. It is like weirdly sleeting outside, so I'm not excited about going out in that. But at some point in there, we're going to sit down, watch the video of the day. VLOGMAS is live. There's 2 videos up. Everyone seems to be enjoying it so far, so very happy. I should also give Kevin credit because he's the one who came up with this whole concept, and I can't remember if I said that yet. So credit to Kevin. Let's lift. My inner thighs. Oh my God. Okay, that was a lot of filming. I did this, I can't remember if I said this in the last shot or not. I did this like Black Friday gift for, I think I already talked about this. Great, it's going well. Okay, let's watch the video of the day.
We could quantify how that lowers your risk of cancer or heart disease.
What Dr. Attia is prescribing is a radical change in how Americans think about their own health care, driven by the patient, focused on prevention, a practice he calls Medicine 3.0.
We're dying of heart disease, we're dying from stroke, cancer, dementia, type 2 diabetes. And we, I think, have sort of come to realize that, hey, the playbook of Medicine 2.0, which is treat a disease when a disease is present, doesn't seem to work as well. And so the first principle of Medicine 3.0 is you have to take a much longer arc on the prevention of chronic disease.
That means using existing diagnostic tools in novel ways.
I'm going to have you lay down with your head facing that way, feet facing this way for me.
Like the DEXA scan that checks bone density as well as muscle mass and body fat. It typically costs under $300, and Attia says it's, quote, almost criminal negligence. Most women don't get one until they're 65. Another scan he employs is more costly and not covered by insurance. There are certain things that you recommend that are controversial, like regular preventive full-body MRIs.
Early detection matters. The earlier you can treat a cancer, the smaller the burden of the tumor at the time of treatment, the greater your odds of success. Now let's talk about the flip side of that, because it is going to detect a lot of things that are not cancer. That means you have a lot of false positives. If you're not willing to go through that experience, as traumatic as it is, you should not engage in this level of screening.
Do you get them?
I do.
At surface level, you might be like, yeah, like preventative healthcare, preventing diseases, like what's wrong with this? Peter, we can't even afford health insurance. How are us plebes supposed to pay for all of this? Like, holy shit, this is out of touch. Okay, so the DEXA scan thing, I do actually like fully agree with. I think it's insane that most insurance providers will not actually cover it until you're like over 65, which is insane, especially for women who are, I believe the number is 4 times more likely to develop some type of low bone density like osteopenia or osteoporosis. And that's going to start to happen earlier than 65. Like most insurances aren't even covering a DEXA scan until people are like 2 whole points below what is considered enough bone density. And like, that's already full blownsies. Maybe the whole system is criminal negligence, Peter. Okay, I'm getting heated. But here's why this type of content pisses me off. We already fucking know this. Like, he's coming on to whatever this is, 60 minutes, and like, yeah, like we have this new approach where you try to detect things early, because if you can detect things early, your chances of beating them are a lot higher. Yeah, we know that things like early detection of cancer is going to increase your chances of beating it. We know that identifying chronic illnesses earlier is going to give you a better chance of maybe not having it chronically. The issue is we can't afford it. My estimated premium for health insurance in the upcoming year is $700 a month with a $6,000 deductible. And I'm a healthy individual. But yeah, let me pay for that MRI, my man. Okay, so to make sure this video today is not just me like screaming into the void, let me share with you a few things that would require systemic change. But I want to show you how these societal changes could actually help, prevent some of the things that Peter Attia just like rattled off here in this very out of touch video. First and foremost, universal healthcare. Like, duh. If you call me a communist, you're getting blocked. But it is just insane to me that like we are one of the richest countries in the world, and we are like one of the only ones that does not provide some sort of universal like government funded healthcare system. But it won't work here. It could. It could, but it won't until we change the systems at large, because we are currently in what I call capitalism hell. So the next thing, again, that would require systemic change would be better access to quality foods. There are currently about 6,500 food deserts across the country. I talked a lot about this a few years ago in the original VLOGMAS series, where we actually helped raise, I believe it was like close to $8,000 for Feeding America. In case you don't understand what a food desert is essentially a large area where people either do not have access to quality food or the access is really few and far between. So think like you live in an area and the closest option to get fresh, nutritious produce is the Walmart 50 miles away. So people in these areas typically have to rely on ultra processed foods that are not super nutrient dense, and the nutrient dense options they do have access to are typically priced a lot higher because there is such a low supply in the area. Now, if the government itself actually worked to help people more in these food deserts, or I don't know, instead of subsidizing corn, which is where a lot of our ultra processed foods come from, maybe spreading out those subsidies to farmers who produce other things. But instead, unfortunately, these areas need to rely on individual citizens donating to local food banks or bigger organizations like Feeding America. But why would the government have any incentive to fund those things when we currently have a for-profit healthcare system where a lot of those healthcare monopolies donate to their campaigns? This is my tinfoil hat moment. That's really not a tinfoil hat moment. All right, and then the final big pillar of infrastructure that I believe would help us all be healthier as a society is investing in public infrastructure. One of the best things you can do during your day is move more during your day. I am very lucky to live in New York City. It is one of the most walkable areas in the country. And a lot of times when I give the advice to walk more, and I don't really give any context, any like ways to implement that, a lot of times clients or individuals online come back and ask me, where? Where am I supposed to walk? Sidewalks are not universal. Safety is not universal, especially like digging into that a little bit deeper. We're currently, it's the middle of December. It is a time where we're losing a lot of our daylight. So let's say you're a woman, you work an office job where you leave in the morning. By the time you get home, it's already dark out. Where are you supposed to go walk? I'm supposed to go on a walk in the dark without sidewalks? Yeah, because then when she gets attacked, the response is going to be, she should have known better, right? Investing in public infrastructure that makes it safer for pedestrians to move around has been shown to improve the health of the community. But unfortunately, we are a car-centric country who, once again, those companies are lobbying to the government so they appease the big companies rather than the constituents that they actually represent. You guys, this is why I feel crazy every time I open my mouth. Okay, and obviously I just got like a little depressing in terms of talking about three big things that, quite frankly, I don't ever see changing, at least not in my lifetime. And I really don't like to just like sit here and bitch about things and not provide solutions. But I also don't want this whole segment to be like the entire video. So what we're going to do, you're going to drop an implementation question in the comments. Like, hey, I don't have sidewalks in my neighborhood. How would you suggest I walk more? We're going to all brainstorm together in the comments. So I made this chunk of the video very negative, tinfoil hat, not very happy. So we're going to make it a more actionable place in the comments, okay? That's the trade-off. So we're going to rank this today on the naughty list. I know you're probably surprised that I didn't put it all the way at the bottom because I got really fired up here, but I think that in general, the instinct to want to help people, make people healthier, prevent chronic illnesses is good. The implementation is just so far out of touch, it made my eyes roll back in my head. So with that, plan for the rest of the day. The only things we have left to do is, of course, as always, admin work, and we've got to do our upper body workout at the gym. I am actually going to do my pull-ups at home today because there is something about doing pull-ups at my gym that is just like overwhelming to me. So as I'm kind of getting some admin work done, we're going to just knock out the pull-ups that are programmed. I think I'm actually doing chin-ups and I'm doing weighted, just 5 pounds, as many reps as possible. Wait, I want to show you how I'm actually going to do this because I don't own a 5-pound weight at home. Hold on, you're going to like this. Hey. I have these ankle straps. I actually can't remember if these are 1 or 2 pounds. Hold please. I used my scale, it weighs 2 pounds. Okay, so I'm supposed to do 5 pounds. So we're gonna put that on my leg. This is 3 pounds. We're gonna shove this up my hoo-ha. First set. Whew, 6, I'll take it. Okay, can't get out of it.
Can someone grab a please? Thank you. Ooh, what you doing? It's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I love it. Let's go. Secret Santa already? Alright, I think I know who everyone got. Okay.